Welcome to the Nigerian Navy today. I am Jibrin Baba Ndachi. With the appointments of the principal staff officers at the naval headquarters and strategic commanders at various commands and institutions, what followed naturally is the handing and taking over by the senior officers. This episode of the Nigerian Navy today shall focus on this and other regular segments of the program. Please stay with us.
The United States Defense Attaché to Nigeria, Colonel William, on Thursday, 27th July 2023, paid a courtesy visit to the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu in his office. Colonel William says the visit would afford him the opportunity to interact with the Nigerian Navy Chief to further strengthen existing relationship between both countries and their navies. The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, emphasized that the improved security in the nation's maritime domain is largely due to the dedication, hard work, and professionalism of the Nigerian Navy operatives, assuring of the Nigerian Navy's willingness to strategically collaborate with the United States Navy. On Wednesday, 26th July 2023, members of the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on International Boundary Dispute between Nigeria and Cameroon paid a visit to the Naval Headquarters Abuja. The House Ad Hoc Committee, led by its chairperson, Right Honorable Benila, were received by the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu, flanked by some principal staff officers at the Naval Headquarters. Right Honorable Benila noted that the committee was deeply concerned about the potential loss of a significant landmass and Nigerian citizens residing within the Boki area of Cross River State to Cameroon Republic. She said the alarming possibility following the previous loss of the Bakassi Peninsula to Cameroon underscores the urgent need for immediate action to outline the correct border stretch between Nigeria and Cameroon. She added that the Ad Hoc Committee on the Nigeria-Cameroon border dispute is reaching out to all relevant stakeholders, both national and international, to lend their support and facilitate an amicable resolution process, saying that constructive dialogue, negotiation and cooperation are essential to reaching a fair and just solution that respects historical, cultural and social ties while protecting the rights of Nigerian citizens to prevent the loss of land and citizens of Nigeria to the Republic of Cameroon. In his response, the Chief of the Naval Staff promised the Navy's readiness to play its constitutional role as may be required. The Ad Hoc Committee on the Nigeria-Cameroon border dispute says it remains committed to a peaceful and amicable resolution guided by international law and the principles of justice, fairness and equity. Still on the same day, the Commandant National Defense College Abuja, Rear Admiral O.M. Olotu, alongside his team, were at the Naval Headquarters on a visit to the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu. Rear Admiral O.M. Olotu is the 20th Commandant of the National Defense College, Nigeria. He is an underwater warfare specialist of the Nigerian Navy and a member of 39 regular corps of Nigeria Defense Academy. The Nigerian Navy has 5 commands, out of which 3 are operational commands. They are the Western, Central, and Eastern Commands. The establishment of these operational commands was born out of the Nigerian Navy's quest to establish its presence within areas of national interest. In order to sustain an efficient and effective presence across the country, especially the riverine area, the Nigerian Navy is consistently reinforcing its operational commands to ensure optimal performance, to strategically deter criminals and would-be criminals from the sea and project naval power ashore, as well as establish control across the length of the nation's waters and some land areas as exigency may demand. These naval commands oversee the day-to-day running of naval operations within their area of jurisdiction. The capability of the Nigerian Navy to deliver on its constitutional mandate of securing the nation's maritime environment is dependent on several factors, like a well-equipped and motivated naval force, as well as the leadership quality of the force from its topmost hierarchy to the commands, bases, and units across the nation. The appointment of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu-Ogala, by the Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, on 19th June 2023 as the 22nd Indigenous Chief of the Naval Staff, can be described as putting a square peg in a square hole. With the handing and taking over of the mantle of leadership between the outgone Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, after a successful and eventful reign, and the new Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu-Ogala, marked the start of a new dispensation for the Nigerian Navy. The new naval chief wasted no time as he set sail with the appointments and redeployment of senior officers to man naval directorates, commands, bases, and units. For any organization to function effectively and efficiently, be it in business, manufacturing, education, and the military, among others, a detailed and coordinated chain of processes is needed at all times. These processes sometimes involving complex activities, all geared to ensure smooth operation. A detailed and coordinated process of this sort is termed logistics. The origin of this all-important aspect to the success of every organization can be traced to the military, due to its need to move arms, ammunition, and other needs from base to forward positions and vice versa. Logistics generally refers to the process of coordinating and movement of resources, people, inventory, and equipment from one location to storage at a desired destination and the distribution thereafter. In the military, logistics, naval logistics inclusive, is the science and processes, resources, and systems involved in generating, transporting, sustaining, and redeployment or reallocation of material and personnel. So much so, a nation's military strength is directly related to the effectiveness of its logistics. The functions of logistics management for military activities during peace times are determinant for the realistic forecasts, computation, and estimates, as well as the opportunity for good decision making. Sustainable logistics support for specific military activities and exercises speaks volume on the success or failure of a military. This is to say that an effective logistics support is key to the overall success of military operations. Conscious of the importance of logistics to the smooth running of its day-to-day operation, the Nigerian Navy established a logistics command saddled with the responsibility of logistics support. The The Nigerian Navy, undoubtedly the largest navy in the sub-region, encompasses a complex weave of systems within systems, ranging from planning, acquisition, maintenance, engineering, support, training, transportation, facilities operations to personnel support, backing up naval forces day and night, in peace and at war, whenever and wherever the need be. The Nigerian Navy Logistics Command, with headquarters in Ogara, Delta State, is one of the commands of the Nigerian Navy. The Logistics Command of the Nigerian Navy on Monday, 3rd July 2023, held a ceremony to mark a change of leadership as the outgone Flag Officer Commanding FOC, Rear Admiral Olumuyiwa Olotu, handed over to the incoming Flag Officer Commanding Rear Admiral Baratuwaipri Iyala, who was until his appointment was the Director Plans at the Defense Headquarters. The ceremony was held at the command headquarters in Ogara, Delta State. The former Flag Officer Commanding Logistics Command, Rear Admiral Olumuyiwa Olotu, has also taken over as the new Commandant of National Defense College, Abuja. Also, the handing and taking over ceremony between the outgone and new Flag Officer Commanding Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Ibrahim Aliyu Shatima, and Rear Admiral Umar Sam Ayuba Chugali was held at the Central Naval Command headquarters in Yenegua, Bayelsa State on Tuesday, 11th July 2023. The new Flag Officer Commanding Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Umar Sam Ayuba Chugali, as a mark of respect, paid a courtesy visit to the Executive Governor of Bayelsa State, His Excellency Doye Diri, at the Bayelsa State Government House, Yenegua. While congratulating him on his appointment, the governor urged the Flag Officer Commanding and his officers to discharge their duties with a high sense of professionalism. On 15th June 2012, Nigerian Navy took a giant leap and bold step with the establishment of a private limited liability company, Navy Holdings Limited, NHL. It is registered with Corporate Affairs Commission, Abuja, and started operations in 2013, and its corporate headquarters also in Abuja, with a vision to emplace a robust business outfit with highly motivated professionals leveraging military core competencies and assets, and mission to provide service delivery through strategic partnerships, effective coordination and administration of the Navy holdings in line with corporate best practices. The objectives of Navy Holdings Limited is to achieve efficiency in service delivery, to effectively coordinate and consolidate internally generated revenue in all its subsidiary companies, as well as to foster effective management and ease of administration. One of the aims of the company is to leverage infrastructural development and to make